Hey guys, welcome to my new series called Minecraft Tutorials. And we're going to start with the basics of the first episode and work our way outward. So yeah, let's get cracking. This first episode is going to basically be about your first day in Minecraft and basic things you're going to want to do, creating a structure for being safe in, foraging for food, just the basic things. So this world is using a seed. The seed is BMEL, and it's the same as my username, uppercase B, MEL. And it looks like it spawned us in a jungle biome. So we're gonna take this time to, if you spawn next to some animals right off the bat and you don't mind killing them, I highly suggest killing a couple to collect some meat. I mean, if you're like, no, I can't kill the little animals, then fine, don't. But really, it's so useful to have a little meat on hand. You can just hit them like this. I mean, it only takes a couple kills for like, a couple hits for those little suckers. Now this biome is going to have these humongous trees and some smaller ones. It's a good chance you may run into slimes if you happen to spawn in a jungle. Be aware of that. Normally they're pretty harmless unless there's a big one and you don't notice it, and then it can just come up right behind you and kick your butt. So first things first, gather some wood. So we're just gonna knock down a tree here. Now I have kind of this tradition where I don't like making wood tools unless, unless it's just a part of a game and you're supposed to, it's like something that a lot of people have decided upon. I'm playing with other people, that kind of thing. Just because I feel wood tools are total waste. The only wood tool I make is a wooden pickaxe to get cobble, and past that I don't feel it's worth your time. So I'm going to hand chop down 2 trees to get some wood. Pretty simple. And I can't reach the top of that, so it doesn't really matter. We're near a water source. This is a positive thing. I like being near water sources. Put some wood, the jungle wood block in, pull yourself out some planks. And then with those planks, you can put 4 together and come up with your crafting table. So now you got your first most needed and will be most regularly used object probably in the game, and that's your crafting table. So you're going to want some more wood. Get some more wood blocks. You're going to need some sticks, which is in this case it's 2 jungle wood planks, so it'd just be 2 planks of wood stacked on top, and you got some wooden sticks. Then we're gonna make a wooden pickaxe. 3 wooden planks, 2 wooden sticks underneath in the T formation. There you go. Now the next thing we need to do, so you really need some cobble. Now I'm in an area where there's sand, but I can guarantee you that if you dig up some of the sand with your hand like this, boom, you find yourself stone. And that's how we get cobble. So we just need, whoopsie, I'm flooding myself. There we go, fix that. Thought there was a little more room there. So we just want to expose some of this, and then we're just going to dig up some. And basically we need enough for some wooden tools and to make an oven. So let's get about a half stack to a stack. You just kind of hang out here while you're doing it, and don't really worry, you can kind of take your time. The first day is a little tricky, but you can either go for straight ahead making a structure immediately, putting off all this stuff until the second day, or if you're like me, I like to just get it done as soon as possible. I don't even worry about making the structure half the time till the second day, just because you really don't have to. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's never going to be your end structure. Once you get wrapped up into the game, you're going to want to create and build and make magnificent things. So this is just like your temporary home. So let's see here. I'm about at a half stack. I'm going to get a little bit more than that. Probably like 40 blocks. Just to be safe. Okay, there we go. So I've got some cobble, and now to make some tools that are actually going to be useful to me, I'm going to make a stone pickaxe. Gonna need some more sticks here. Next thing I need to make is like a stone shovel. And then we're gonna make a stone axe. And the last thing, oh, we need some more sticks. The last thing we're gonna make is a sword. Stone sword. There we go. So as you can see, we still have a good bit of stuff left. We're pretty good. Now we're gonna sit down, get a little bit more wood, and you can see we can get wood so much faster now that we have an axe for it. Now the next big thing is the worry of what happens when you die. What if you get murdered? Well, obviously you want to spawn in a specific place. So the next really big goal is going to be to collect food and hopefully, if you're lucky, find wool and then use said wool to make a bed. So we got to find wool. Wool and food. So I'm killing chickens for food. Oh look, there's some ocelots. How cute. Ocelots are a passive mob that you could, if you have the time and the ability to, you could train them and make them friendly to you with fish. Now there was one sheep there. I don't believe that's the only sheep around here. I'm sure there is more. Normally you would shear a sheep so that you don't have to kill them to get their wool, but in the beginning when you first start out, you know, you're probably going to have to kill some stuff. As you can see, we're at the edge of this biome. There's desert over there. So we're just going to keep looking. And hopefully it doesn't get dark too quickly on us, but it will eventually. It's not the end of the world. If it gets dark, we can just tunnel under the ground briefly until it's daylight again. Right now, I'm on a mission to find sheep. Because that is like your most useful best friend, having a bed. Once you have a bed, everything is so much easier. You can use the bed to sleep through the nights, which makes the nights and days go faster, and you don't have to worry about, you know, fighting past bad guys spawning. Alright, there's a cow. Where are you, sheeps? I know you gotta be more around here than one. Very rarely do animals just spawn one, you know. You usually have more hiding somewhere. It's a jungle, so there's bound to be more somewhere. But if it's a fruitless effort, eventually we can stop and then we'll go on and make a temporary home base. So far I'm not seeing any. The nice thing about being in a jungle too is it's got so many resources right off the bat. You have trees with cocoa beans. There's all of these vines everywhere that helps greatly in climbing and getting around. Lots of grass. It's a nice starter environment. Most people really like starting in the jungle biomes. And this is an interesting one because we're right next to a desert and we're right, oh, there's some sheep. There we go, what'd I tell you? We're right next to a desert and what looks like a winter biome area. So let's go over here. And yes, I know my health is getting low. I haven't eaten in a while. But I want to wait until I can cook my meat, hopefully. Did I get the piece? I couldn't. Yeah, no. Ready to go. Way down here. Okay. I got the piece. And, sorry, gotta kill one more sheep. Alright, we have our 3 pieces of wool, 1 gray, 2 white. Color of wool doesn't really matter when you're constructing objects like this. So remember that. Now, there's 2 choices here. We can do the classic make a tree house, which is what lots of people do when they spawn in a jungle. Or we could just find a high point. High points are useful. Let you see really well around you. I'm going to kill a couple more things, like this bird here. Collect some eggs. Oh, goody. Eggs are so useful. You have a chance of hatching a chicken from them. And then, you know, that gives you a chance of making chickens of your own. So anytime you see an egg, pick the egg up. You totally want to be able to have a chance to have baby chickens and start a chicken farm. And we'll go over how to make a chicken farm even. on a later episode of this. So we're right at about the 10 minutes in, which means sunset should be happening relatively soon. Now I'm going to go over to this watery area because I like having water around, and this is where we started actually. So we are going to use this location to start. And what we're going to do is, right now we have basically a bunch of sand. So let's use the sand of all things to kind of block us in here a little bit. Then we can use some other stuff in just a second. Let's dig out some dirt. I'll see, the nice thing about dirt is it's easy to mine like this, and it will stay in place for you. Now sand will fall, unfortunately. Sand doesn't stay up on its own. We're going to leave one block out for some night light. And as you can tell, I'm really hungry. It's getting really dark. Time to take care of ourselves. But I basically did a bunch of work. I mean, I went all around the place. Just went all over the place. And didn't die. So it gives you a good idea of how long you can go without truly getting into too much trouble before you have to worry. So first we're going to make some coal, since we don't have any exposed coal. We weren't lucky enough to find any. This coal, see, we use one block to start the fire, and then we have this, and we can basically use this to create more if we need be. See, just like that. And then I'll make up to 8 pieces, which is nice. Well, that's one too many, but it'll make 8 pieces of coal, I believe, off of one chunk of it. So then we'll have 8 to work with. And then as soon as that's done cooking, we are going to cook our food up. We don't want to eat it raw. When you eat raw food, there's a slight chance that you could get food poisoning, so we want to avoid that. What we're going to do instead is work on our bed situation. So get some wood planks. I think we already had enough, but just get some extra ones anyways. Making a bed is super easy. You want 3 wood planks, like this. And then on top, you want your 3 wool planks, or wool blocks, whatever you want to call them. And that makes a bed. So we're going to take and place this bed, let's say, right here for now. Now what we can do is, it's nighttime. Remember, let's sleep off the night. So as long as there's no mobs around you, there's no dangerous ones and monsters nearby, you can sleep off the night, which is nice. You can see, oh, a chicken's coming into our home apparently. That's actually kind of nice because it'll stay trapped down here and then it'll lay eggs down here. So we'll just keep it down here, you know, have a pet chicken until we can make better accommodations for it. As you can see, I'm almost starving again. Let's cook some food. Get that food going. And so these are the first day necessities. You see, we pretty much... Oh, there's another egg. Pretty much already fulfilled all the good first day needs. We need some light though. And to make lights, you need 2 things. You need a piece of coal, which we're going to take 1 piece out of the furnace, put the rest back. And you can do this in your crafting table, or anything that's only the 2x2 like this, you can do in the crafting that's in your hand. And so we can handcraft this, like so. And 1 charcoal or coal and a stick will give you 4 torches. So we're going to take our 4 torches and we're going to light the place up. I'm going to put 1 on each side to give adequate light just all around. And then we're going to kind of hollow this spot out a little bit. Let's use up our wooden pickaxe because why waste it? You know, we built it, might as well get our use out of it. Put dirt there. We still have this little hole. We can pillar out if we need to. And let's eat, because gosh darn it, we're starving at this point. So now, what do we need to do next? Hey chicken, hanging out on the bed. The next big thing we want to do is we probably need to make ourselves some storage space. So let's make some chests. And we'll just make one chest to start off with. A chest is made by placing planks all around in the square minus the center square, and then you get a chest. So take that out. And voila, you have a chest. We can put it wherever we want. I'm going to put it right here next to everything else. And this is where we're going to put stuff that in case we die, we don't want to lose. So like these sand blocks we picked up maybe, these seeds, the feathers, stuff we don't want to have on hand. Put our eggs in there, those are kind of important. The things that we keep on hand, I would say keep stuff on hand that it's not the end of the world if you die with it and you're not presently using it. So that's all good to go right there. And then we're gonna basically cook up a little bit more of this maybe. I'm just gonna use up that. Well, it wasn't enough, so let's not bother. Let's save that wood. We're gonna make a little bit more torches here. 2 more. There we go. Now we have 10 torches. Oops. I'm going to leave this in here, the charcoal. And now, since we still have a lot of use on our axe, we're going to make ourselves easy way out of this little home. Because right now this home is kind of just a ditch in the ground, and that's fine. It's all it really needs to be. This is just a temporary place. We're going to light it up. Put a lamp, you know, a little torch out here. That'll help you find it in case you get lost while you're wandering around, so you don't have to automatically die to find it again. And our chicken's leaving. No. Oh well. He needs to be free anyways, right? And what I like to do is when you first make a little spot, I put a torch up high on a tree like that. Kind of helps illuminate it higher up, so when you're exploring, you know how to get back. So we've done all the basics for the first day. First day is over. It was a complete success. We didn't die. So yay! We've made storage. We've made a bed. We've collected some food. We have some cobble on hand. And basically now what we would start to do into day 2 would be to collect more resources. So I hope this was very informative and helpful on giving you an idea of how to survive your first night successfully without running away from zombies like a chicken with their head cut off. And yeah, I will see you guys in episode 2. Later!